The Way of Lovingkindness, An Imperfect Process of Spiritual Engagement, by David Orendorff, copyright 2021. Read by the author and recorded by Fred O'Brien Recordings. The dedication. I write this book for my wife, Vicki, who embodies loving kindness. I write this book for my children, Erica, Johanna, and Priya, who teach me loving kindness. I write this book for my grandchildren, Ashlyn, Addison, Thea, and Trey, that they may know and live loving kindness. I write this book for any who need to be reminded that they are loved. An introductory poem. Loving kindness desired to be, and so breathed life into time and space. The cosmos was born. We are the body of loving kindness. Preface. The contents of this book have been used and revised for classes and workshops over 4 decades. It is both a memoir and a defining of my spiritual journey. It reflects the wisdom of the community in which I have traveled. What I write is a snapshot of my life in process. I pray to continue growing in loving kindness. The art within the book was created by my grandson, Trey Schaff. Obviously, the audio version of this book cannot show Trey's art. Trey began making art as a child. Creativity is his therapy and haven from abuse. Each of Trey's creations for this book are responses to specific concepts of the book and have been strategically placed by him. A warning to the reader. I don't know what I am talking about. I don't know the absolute truth. I'm not being humble. I don't think any of us knows absolute truth. We are like those in Plato's cave who can only guess at the meaning and purpose of the shadows on the wall. We can only give our best thoughts based upon our experience, understandings, and studies. A confession to the reader. The fundamental principle of this book is God is loving kindness. Logically, it follows that loving kindness is God. For me, God and loving kindness are interchangeable. My imperfect efforts to serve God are manifest in my imperfect efforts to serve loving kindness. I'm not the model of loving kindness, though I intend and strive to practice what I preach. Sometimes I succeed. Sometimes I fail. It will be important for the reader to understand that for me, creation is not inert matter that can be disassembled into ever smaller mechanical parts. Creation is a single living organism composed of energy and matter, experienced in time and space, that regulates itself for the existence of life. For Earth, our biosphere, this understanding has been proposed as the Gaia hypothesis. Inger Anderson, the executive director of the United Nations Environment Program, is quoted by Richard Grossman as saying, quote, "The Gaia hypothesis holds that all living and non-living components on Earth work together to sustain life by homeostatic mechanisms. It proposes that organisms and their inorganic surroundings on Earth are closely integrated to form a single, self-regulating complex system, maintaining the conditions necessary for life." End quote. I extend this hypothesis to include the whole of the cosmos, all of creation. Without stars manufacturing the elements of life, life does not exist. Consequently, humans are not detached observers of creation, but members of the cosmic organism, just as cells are members of the human body. And just as the body, from cell to organ to person, has a unified purpose for the well-being of the whole, so too does creation. When I speak of loving kindness as acting for the well-being of creation, I am speaking of the creation as one cosmic organism, from quantum to galaxy, from quark to human. I recommend Edward Goldsmith's The Way, an ecological worldview, as an excellent source to explore creation as a single organism having a unified purpose. I name the purpose of creation to be loving kindness.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?